It's a great morning. It's a fantastic new day. Why? Because our Creator decided to choose you, and me to rise. To rise on this day and time we will never ever see again. And for that, we should give him the honor, the praise, the worship, and my opinion, the hallelujah. I thank my Creator for touching my life 34 years ago while I was a drug addict, an alcoholic, even a prostitute, with all the lifestyle that goes with those issues, and I suffered from mental illness. So I know beyond a shadow of a doubt there is a God. I just didn't know him until I had my knee bowing experience on February the 22nd of 1990, where my brokenness and being broke was revealed. And that's why I'm here with you on a daily basis to have a conversation on the question, are you tired of being broken? Are you tired of being broke? Well, join me every morning at 6:30 a.m. Eastern Savings Time, right? As I present to you a free conversation with Edwina B, y'all. That me. People think I'm cuckoo for Cocoa Pops, and you probably noticed that too. But guess what? That's okay. It's about the message and not the messenger. But I thank my God for delivering me, preparing me from underneath a parked car so that on February the 23rd of 1990, I was willing to address, accept, embrace my brokenness and being broke, but more importantly, how to become spiritually whole and spiritually wealthy. And when my God said, rise, Edwina, I'm not taking you out this life because I can use you. You got some little issues, but I know all about you. I know your heart. And so that's why for me, I am doing the will of my Creator, who I choose to call God. So free from recovery, emerge empowered to give hope to others, help others prosper equally. All human beings are ill to some extent, and all human beings can take a self inventory, right? An assessment of their lives up until now. But it has to go all the way back to find out where some things happen, where the foundation of brokenness and being broke was started, by whom, what situations, huh? Yes. So this conversation with me every morning, we're going to dive into just planting the seed so that you can become aware of your brokenness and being broke. So, just with that little bit, if you need a transformational speaker at your event, at your summit, at your conference, call me. If you need a facilitator, a presenter, a trainer at one of your workshops or sessions, call me. If you need a consultant or a coach, call me so that I can share with you the pathways to spiritual wholeness and spiritual wealth by utilizing spiritual tools. All right, so the next thing I want to bring to your attention is, again, where did we start and how far do we want to go? But let me show this again because the the text I wanted to show is this one, talked about the free and the conversation and giving hope to others. Okay, so you got that, right? So now I want to share with you, wait a minute now. This, I got to change something. All right, today is the 15th. Happy Martin Luther King holiday to you. I hope you are being of service somewhere to some people. Okay? And so let's show you this. right? So, January the 15th, 2024. And if God allows me to live to February the 23rd of 2024, we will be celebrating 34 years of being free and giving hope to others. And that includes being of service. Yes. And so here is my question once again that we'll be talking about as long as necessary. Are you tired? I'm freaking tired of being broke, and I'm freaking tired of being broken. Yes. And I have found out through utilizing several spiritual tools how it all happened. And Dr. Alvin Turner said to me on my TV talk show called Choosing a New Way of Life, Edwina, the question is not what's wrong with you. The question should be what happened to you. And that's what I'm posing to you now. What happened to you? I want to listen. I want to give you my undivided attention because I want you to go back as far as you can and tell me. And I'll tell you what happened to us. Yes. And so if you are like me, I want to know. I have to know. I desire to know. Why? Because I yet live. I just turned 68 in December, right? And if God allows me to live, continue to live until he calls me home, I want to be of service to other people. I want to be useful and have a purposeful life. But first, I had to and have to address my brokenness and being broke. And so that's why you're joining me here right now. And go back to January the 1st when I started Monday through Friday. I do take the weekends off just to gather my thoughts, my tools, my resources, so I can be better prepared to share with you. Because there's an abundance of spiritual resources, abundance of spiritual tools available. But if you don't know, you don't know. But guess what? If you tune into me every day and come to my various schedules that I have for 2024, oh, you're going to know. Oh, you're going to know. As a matter of fact, let me share with you my schedule for 2024. See, this daily is nothing but a seed planter. I will be scheduling as of January, and it will probably be the third or the fourth week. I had to pick a day. I think, I'm going to let the spirit tell me. But once a week, I'm going to have a virtual presentation. Yes, for 45 minutes to an hour so we can dig deeper into the topic of are you tired of being broke and broken? Mm-hmm. And then on a monthly basis, I'm going to invite you to my master classes, which is about 2 hours. And you talking about getting deep? Oh, yes. I'm going to share with you the spiritual tools that I actually utilize even today. Yes. And I want to, in my masterclass, share all of that with you so I can help you to build your foundation. These are just seed planters, but we have to build the foundation of the pathways to addressing and resolving our brokenness and being broke. Yes. And then, later on, I'm going to have a 3 to 5 day boot camp. Hut 1, 2, hut 1, 2. Yes. So that we can spend several days on deciphering, evaluating, peeling away the layers of the onion to get to the core of our brokenness and being broke so that we can allow the spiritual tools to relayer us. See, we have to learn what we learned so that we can unlearn it to learn something new. We have to learn what we learn to unlearn so that we can learn something new. And that's only by applying spiritual tools. So let me show you those, right? So my spiritual tools are the Bible, the 12-step recovery, daily reflections, step meetings, and tradition meetings, and all of those spiritual principles. In addition to that, I have, after 15 years in recovery, identified a religious affiliation. Dr. Christopher Bullock. Yes, at Canaan Baptist Church. My first lady, Dr. Debbie Bullock. I've been there for 18 years. They too have helped me to address my brokenness and being broke and becoming spiritually whole and spiritually wealthy. The 5 agreements by the Uiz family. Yes. Be impeccable with your word. Don't take anything personally. Don't make any assumptions. Always do your best. And the 5th one is learn to listen, but be skeptical. Yes. And now, recently, Dr. Sonia of P3 Global. That's another reason why I'm sitting here with you now. I'm tired of being broken and I'm tired of being broke. But she has set up a blueprint. Guess what? No more sitting on the fence. No more straddling the fence. I'm ready to go. It's 2024. Year number 8 for me. It's the number of new beginnings. Yes. And so those are my spiritual tools that I want to give to you and share with you. So right now, let's go into what we were talking about yesterday, right? And so the first thing that we have to address is the biggest character defect of it all: fear. 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 Yes, you do. You have fear. Fear. And if you're like me, whenever I was afraid or fearful, I ran. I hid. I didn't address. I didn't want to accept. I didn't want to know because I'm fearful. No, 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 no. I don't want to know. Hell to the no about that. I want to know. So no more forgetting it and run. No. Recovery in the 12-step spiritual program has taught me to face everything and recover. So the first step into being willing to address our brokenness and being broke is to change the dynamic in our mindset of the word fear and its meaning. Yes, we're going to face everything and recover, face everything and rejoice, face everything and be rejuvenated, face everything and be restored. Yes. So once we have accepted that and have obtained that psychic change to no longer run from fear, but to face it. Why? Because of a creator who says, no, you can't have faith and fear. It's either one or the other. So I have been practicing faith for going on 34 years. And it has and will continue to help me with my brokenness and being broke and helping me to obtain spiritual wholeness and spiritual wealth. Okay? And so let's go to part 2 of what we were talking about yesterday. Mm-hmm. I'm going to be sharing with you some slides that I'm going to prepare today in terms of really addressing the mass. As you can see, I'm not wearing any makeup. I choose not to wear any makeup any longer. Why? Because for me, it was a mask. There is something about putting on a mask that you act a certain way, you flaunt a certain way, you flirt a certain way, you're saying, look at me, but it's a mask. It is a mask. And that mask started, as we are going to learn in the daily teachings that we have now, and my virtual presentations, and more so in my master classes, and definitely in my boot camp. We're going to learn how, what, where did all these masks come from. And so today, with 34 years in recovery, I have been removing the mask because there are layers of it. I'm telling you. At 34 years of age is when I put myself underneath that parked car. Hair all matted, didn't have many teeth in my mouth. My face was sunken in, I only weighed 90 pounds. I was getting high and doing all kinds of sexual favors as a drug addict and alcoholic and prostitute with my own stepson. That is where all those masks brought me. And I had my only knee-bowing experience where I hollered out to a God to take me out this life or show me a better way. The mask must go. And as a result of participating in my 12-step spiritual program every day, in one way, shape, form, or fashion. Yes. And so I've learned doing my 4th-step inventory to take a fearless and more inventory of myself and going all the way back as far as I can remember to see where the foundation started of brokenness and being broke. I shared with you also that brokenness and being broke is a generational curse. It has been perpetuated over the years. And if I go back to my culture, my origin, we come from kings and queens, spiritual wealth, spiritual wholeness, not brokenness and being broke. No. But somehow, some way, the infiltration of negativity, greed, lust, all of that, we met our brokenness and being broke at the hands of others. But it's not too late to regain my spirituality that my Creator gave me, to regain the footsteps I need to achieve my destiny, to regain strength, endurance, guidance, instructions, because I had it in me all the time. I just lost it through my brokenness and being broke. No more. No more. So let's start with the mags. I wake up every morning, wash my face, brush my 2 teeth. Yes, these are dentures. Cocaine and alcohol took my teeth. Recovery gave me a couple sets of dentures. And there are times when I yield to the spirit, I take these dentures out. I go to bed without them. I wake up without them. Sometimes I can't find them. Doesn't mean I won't come on TV. It doesn't mean I will not show up. No, it does not mean that, because guess what? I purposely take them out because people are so much focused on the messenger. But I want to show my authenticity and be totally transparent with you. Let me share this, right? So I don't look 68. Okay. Okay. All right. And so when I'm out and about and people admire or people make compliments, but then you have some people who like, hey man, what's your name? Oh, well, I'd like to get to know you. So I said, oh, wait a second. I turn around and I turn back around and I ain't got my teeth in. And I said, how you like me now? Yes, I do. Why? Because we are so fixated on the masks. I'm telling you, we have to address the various masks that we wear. We have to evaluate, dissect, right? Assess each and every one. Each and every one. It's like a layer and on an onion. We have so many. So do I know the real core of my essence? No, because of the various masks. And so with Dr. Sonia and the Louise family and the spiritual program of Alcoholics Anonymous and my religious affiliation and the Bible. The 12 steps came out of the Bible. And so even with those spiritual tools and resources, I want to know what happened to me and no longer tell myself, Edwina, what's wrong with you? No. And I want to do the same thing for you. Okay? So, one of the things that is important to me, I know that we can read a lot of things and we can cite a lot of things, but do we really understand what we're reading? Do we really understand and comprehending what's being said? All of us have limitations. Why? Because it's based on the foundation of our life. That started back when we were children, that even started while we were in the womb. But guess what? The Creator said, I knew you before you were even in the womb. I selected everything about you. I know you because I created you. And here on this journey called life, you will have the opportunity, as the Louise family says, experience the illusion. They said everything is an illusion. I was like, huh? Ooh. And I tried to understand it from my humanness because I had not yet tapped into my spirituality. And so as a result of identifying my brokenness and being broke, yes, I had to, wanted to, needed to, desired to find out what happened to me so that the necessary spiritual tools can begin to do their spiritual work under the leadership guidance of the Creator. You see? And so there's a saying in recovery, when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. Well, I became a student underneath that parked car 34 years ago. I became a spiritual student once I joined the Fellowship of Alcoholics Anonymous, because guess what? On a daily basis, the enemy, the adversary, was calling me back. Edwina, you miss me. Edwina, come back, come back. I could use you, Edwina. And I'm like, no, I don't want to go back. I don't want to go back. I don't want to go back there. And then the other side, the futurist said, Edwina, we're here to help you. Grab my hand. Look forward. Don't turn back. Don't turn back. And I'm like, well, which way do I go? Which way? Yes. And so in my early recovery, it was suggested that I keep a journal of my feelings, my thoughts, my dreams, my hopes, my fears. I kept a daily journal for 4 years. So that's what I mean by being able to embrace my brokenness and being broke, but utilizing spiritual tools to begin the repairing job, to begin the renovations on my soul and my spirit, to help me achieve a psychic change. And therefore, it will be manifested in my attitudes and my behaviors. Yes. And so, wearing the masks, we learned that they all must go. They all must go. You know why? Because we want to be set free. Do you know how freeing it is to be transparent and authentic? I share the same story as Dr. Sonia says to the homeless man on the street, to the president of the United States, who I know. We call him Joe. Joe calls me the hug of Delaware because I hug, I hug, I hug. Yes, I ask permission though, but I hug. And so the freedom to be me is a result of addressing, dealing with my brokenness and being broke. And the question is, and what? So what now? What you going to do about it? What's the next right thing to do about it? No, for me, what's the next right spiritual thing to do about it? Yes, I must allow these spiritual resources and tools, those in the past, those that are present, and those that are yet to come. Did y'all see that? I tell you, I'm transparent. But these dentures was about to drop. That's right. They were about to drop. And guess what? In the past, they did drop. I took them out, put them on the table, and I kept on talking because I'm not afraid to show you who I am. Yes. So, being free from recovery, emerge empowered to give hope to others, help others prosper equally, is the essence of my existence. Now, I'm okay. I have these coughing spells every so often as a result of COVID. But I'm be quiet. Get a drink. A coffee. See what I mean by being transparent? I ain't gonna talk to death on this podcast. Oh hell to the no. No. So let's recap. So being free from recovery, emerge empowered to give hope to others, help others prosper equally. Authenticity and transparency is the key, but we first have to go back and address our brokenness. So let me ask you again. Are you tired? Are you tired of being broken in all areas of your life? They intertwine. Yes. Are you tired? And are you tired of being broke? Let me help you. That was a sneeze. Tune in every day at 6:30, Monday through Friday. Look for my January virtual presentation, the last week in January. Look for monthly master classes, and I'm going to be scheduling 3 to 4 sessions of my boot camps. So in the meantime, ask yourself this question. Are you tired of being broken? Are you tired of being broke? If you utilize these spiritual tools, you can gain spiritual wholeness, and spiritual wealth. Dr. Sonia says it so eloquently and it's so true. If you didn't come from a wealthy family, let a wealthy family come from you. To God be the glory. See you next time.